Hey guys, it's your boy Nolan here, back at it again with another Black Ops 4 video, and today we're going to be playing Team Deathmatch and stuff, but I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to be a god at Fortnite, to be the best player there ever was, but not the best, number 2, because I'm number 1, and you can't beat number 1, but you could be number 2, you know, you could be the second best, and you could try to be better than me, but probably not gonna happen, right? Because I don't know if you guys know, but I've been ranked number 1 in the world for like the last forever, so you're not gonna beat me. But you know, if you want stats like these, you know, 2.19 KD, 414 score per minute, you know, you're gonna follow these steps and you're not gonna suck. Let's jump into it. Alright, step 1. Make sure you pick your specialist and your class. If you forget that, then that's like probably the most important step, because otherwise you're gonna be running around with your fists or no weapon, you know, and you're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. So make sure you pick your class and your specialist. Make sure you pick a specialist you're comfortable with, and make sure you pick a gun you're comfortable with. Because if you don't, that's kind of dumb, and I think you're just being ignorant. You know. Second rule: make sure you run out of spawn. Don't sit and spawn. That's a noob move right there. Third, you want to make sure that you don't get completely demolished in you know, the hallway in mid long area, whatever you call it on this map. You know. You always want to like make sure you aim around corners and stuff, because like, you know, usually you're gonna be aiming. Why didn't he die? Okay, you're gonna want to make sure you're aiming around corners and stuff. Make sure you know, you're not getting caught off guard, and you're not gonna be you know, freaking exposed. Now I'm not saying go aim around every corner, because obviously you're not gonna aim around every corner you go to. That's just dumb. But you know, when you're expecting peeps, make sure you aim around corners, dude. Another thing, heal often. If you don't, that happens. You get shot, you get killed in like 2 bullets, and then you're dead. And that's no bueno, obviously. You want to not die in 2 bullets. You want to die in no bullets. You don't want to die. Good advice. Step 70. Shoot a lot. Don't make sure you shoot, because that's how you kill people, with your bullets, you know. You know, that's usually what happens in video games. You shoot people with your gun, and you know, they sometimes die. It just kind of depends on how, you know, how many times you shot them. Don't forget, like I said, heal is very important. Also, make sure you reload a lot. Take cover. If you're gonna die, you know, make sure you take cover. That's your best way to not get shot, is to put something in between you and the bullets. Oh, dope. Also, don't rush their spawn like a retard, because you're gonna die. That's usually that's usually how it happens. Make sure you concentrate a lot. I don't know why. Oh, oof. They're waiting for me. No, you don't. Make sure you use your no. Make sure you use your you know, step whatever. I don't know. I kind of forgot the whole step thing. But step like 17. Make sure you use your, you know, your UAVs and your perks and all that stuff to your advantage. Definitely don't want to forget about those, like your sensor dart right here. Boom. Now I can see where like a bunch of them are, right? You want to make sure you use that to your advantage. You definitely don't ever want to not use those, because they're just going to help you get good. Also, you want to use that to your advantage, like, you know, your specialist or whatever, because usually it's pretty good. Like, I prefer recon, because I can see where people are, and I can literally like do that. I can kind of just like look around corners. I'm like, oh, I know where you are, and then shoot them, because I know exactly location, you know? It's pretty helpful. It's actually like a lot helpful. Anyways, we're on to step 17 and a half now. You want to die as little amount as possible. Dying is bad because, you know, it's dying. Also, don't get destroyed by VKMs because those things hurt. That's step 17 and 3/4. It kind of goes along with don't die. You know, so yeah, definitely don't do that. Step 40. If I were, you know, I tend to move a lot. I don't like staying still. I don't like sitting in one place. I kind of drew a blank there because I was getting shot at. You know, yeah, don't stay still. You know, that's gonna. Why can't I sprint? Yeah, step 45. Sprint. Because sometimes the games are retard and doesn't like to let you sprint, and then it gets, you know, it's just it's annoying, you know. Yo, seeker drone. Okay, I'm drawing a blank, guys. I'm trying to concentrate. Yeah, step 69. Concentrate. You know. You know, you want to make sure your undivided attention is on the game. If your house starts burning down, it's fine. You know, your game is more important, I feel like. You're trying to get that, you know, if you're trying to get that 2 KD, you definitely can't be like running out the house when your house is burning down, because then you're just gonna die a bunch. You're gonna sit and spawn, and the game is either gonna it's gonna kick you from the game for being inactive. It's gonna, you're gonna sit and spawn and die a bunch because people are gonna, like, you know, rush your spawn and kill you. And then it's not gonna be fun, you know. You're just gonna, you're gonna lose. But also, make sure your teammates are decent and don't lose by 1 point. When it is slightly your fault because you kind of died at the end when you should have had a kill. Because I kind of got shot in the back like 3 times in a row. But those are just some of the tips for the first game. Next game, I'm going to show off a little bit more advanced tips. So if you want to start off with those are the pretty simple ones, you know, like don't suck basically and like get good. You know, you want to obviously spend probably 20 hours a day, if not more, on this game, grinding it out, making sure you get them skills. You trying to get a level 120 wizard mage in this game, then go for it. That's how you get good, and that's how you're gonna beat like 99% of every person that plays. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next game here. I'll show you some more advanced tips for those who already kind of knew about those first kind of tips, you know. You know, the whole like don't suck thing. And these are just gonna show you how to even get better, like how to better yourself than what you know, what you're already at. If you're at like a, you know, 1.5, you're almost that 2 kind of range, then definitely need to look at these tips. If you're like below a 1.2 or something, that's pretty good, but I would definitely like stop sucking and follow the first tips. So let's get into it. Like I said, don't forget to pick your specialist and your class. Step 1. Because if you forget that, then that's instant failure, and you're garbage. And you probably should just drop your controller and never play video games ever again. Remember, step 2, run out of spawn. Don't stay in spawn. Spawn is where you spawn, and then you're supposed to, like, leave spawn, you know? Also, step 700 and, not 700, we're not really close to that yet. We'll try, like, a step, like, 50, right? You want to head glitch a lot. Also, don't suck, like, revert back to game 1. Don't suck. Alright? That's the worst thing you could do in this game, because then you're just gonna die a lot, you know? And that's the opposite of what we, you know, like I said, dying is the opposite of what you want to do. Look at that. That sensor dart told me where these guys were. Now look at this. Boom. Look at that amazing aim that I totally did just like jack up completely. Oh, that's a grenade. Step 115. Don't die by grenades. And step 116, use those things and use your teammates' stuff to your advantage. Like, you know, if your teammate is the healer guy, I don't know his name, you know, make sure you take advantage of that 200 health. If your teammate is the put the UAV up, you know, use that UAV to your advantage, and don't let it go to waste, because those things are really hard. Why won't my game? Step 7. Remember, always sprint, even if the game won't let you. But yeah, like even like, you know, those UAVs are hard to get, man. You know, your teammate worked really hard to get those things, I bet. And you know, it takes like a whole like 5 kills and then 4 with hardline, and you know, those things are not cheap, bro. Those things are like, in real, like, if like to get those things even up in the air, it costs like probably $5 whole. So definitely don't want to let those things go to waste. You definitely want to use those to your advantage. Oh, also make sure you check for campers like that retard. Don't be like him. You might think it's a good idea and you're gonna get a lot of kills. What's gonna happen is people are just gonna hate you, and then you're basically gonna be a loser. Because every time someone looks at you, they're gonna think, ew, that guy's a camper, and then they're just gonna wanna like not be your friend. And remember, we're all about making friends, you know? That's the most important thing you could possibly do, is make friends. Another tip I have, if a gun's not working out for you, I'm dead. If a gun's not working out for you, you know, you're doing pretty bad with it, you know, you're actually negative, then try switching up the gun. Maybe the gun you're using just isn't working out for that kind of, you know, that map or whatever. You know, maybe you're just not on your game with that specific weapon. Also, want to watch out for freaking spawn campers. You know, the tips in the second game, I'm not really following my own tips. That's why I'm 8 and 10. That's why I'm sucking. Now here's our opportunity, right? We got our teammates 200 health that I just wasted. But if you can, you wanna try to head glitch, like I said, and you wanna kind of chill back, and you wanna try not to get caught reloading in the middle of a gunfight. You know, just if you're rushing in a bunch and you're dying, maybe stop rushing in so much and try to like, try to like sit back and kind of survey your surroundings, survey where people are. You know, maybe don't push so hard and kind of wait for them to come to you, kind of thing. There's a difference between that and camping. Camping is along the lines of like, oh, I'm gonna sit in this corner the entire game, and you know, when they come to me, I'll kill them. No, when you're adjusting, you're just like, oh, you know, I'll sit here for a minute or whatever, and just kind of see where, like, you know, if I can do a little bit better. It's more along the lines of that. Also, don't get shot by sentry guns. Those things hurt. I'm just gonna get down here real quick. So make sure you take cover from those darn sentry guns. Those things are painful. I suggest, if possible, using a pretty strong gun. Watch this, ready? You see how I'm using this thing right here? Boom! Got him. And I'm dead from an RCXD. I think he actually... I don't even know. Again, there's that assault pack. You want to make sure that you pick that up. Make sure you can use it to your advantage. It's pretty helpful. Definitely would 10 out of 10 would recommend using again. And then there you go. There's my 16 and 13 game. That was kind of mediocre. I didn't really follow the tips like I should have. And yeah, just kind of a subpar game. Now every once in a while you're gonna have those, and you gotta shake them off, and you gotta shake off the haters, and you gotta tell yourself, you know, I'm better than this. I can do this. I will come back and I'll bounce back. And that's exactly what you gotta do. You gotta just shake it off and say, hey, you got this. And you go in that next game and you go 70-0, and you show everybody that you're not a piece of garbage, and that you show your family that you're not a disappointment. And then you become COD God, but only number 2, because remember, I'm number 1. That's rule number 420. I'm number 1. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you click the like button, subscribe down below. Don't click the bell, because I mean, if you want to, you can, but like, I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's kind of dumb. Anyways, make sure you also give me money. That'd be cool. And make sure you follow those tips, so then you're not a garbage player like, you know, someone that sucks at Call of Duty, like probably you. That's why you're watching the video. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe again, and if you want to see more, let me know, and I'll give you guys some more pro COD tips. Anyway, see you guys on the flip side.